Hello again, thanks for joining. So it was a bit of a weird thing happened here. I was off buying a job lot of stuff off another guy and we concluded the deal, and then he made an offer on this selection of items. He said, do you want these added in for an extra £10? And I thought, that's a nice offer, but actually I think he was underselling it. So I offered him £20 and he gladly took that, and I added this onto the collection of stuff that I'd bought from him. I was thinking that what I was getting here was a diesel railcar powered unit up here and 3 trailers, but there's a bit of a catch. Yep, the power car turns out to be just a body shell, so it probably was worth £10 after all, but hey, it doesn't matter really. And also the box shows a Deutscher Reichsbahn VT135, but this body shell says M140, not even sure what that lion is there. So I'm not quite sure what I've ended up with here, but certainly no motor. But I do have 4 trailers, so let's have a look at them anyway. So I think this is the oldest of the bunch here. Certainly in terms of the box style, I think it is the oldest. These ones in old PIKO boxes, I believe, are pre-1989, so East German made. And if we look on the end, we do see it's printed with DR number 6504, but not much else. So let's get this one open and we'll check it out. So I think it's a neat looking thing. This one definitely is a DR. You can see the massive DR there. And it has some other printing on it as well. And up here it's got the specification and it looks like it's a 140. One thing you'll notice is that the glazing is all smoked, so it's kind of hiding something inside here, or certainly it doesn't have any interior. But looking at the end, it does look as though it might have light, so I don't know whether this has pickup or not. It's got some more printing there, and the maroon and the cream with a silver band. It's not masked off that well really, and even the silver little handrails aren't being done that well. It's certainly been produced to a budget. Up on the top it's a grey painted roof. Again, it's been masked off on the edges. There's no moulding marks or anything up there, and we do have 2 extra air vents added in as extra pieces of plastic. The chassis is really basic as well, but we do have some detail of springs here. But the wheels actually revolve really well in here, but they are a little bit wobbly. We've got the typical kind of old PIKO couplings here. They're spring loaded and they do move from side to side, and they're made of metal. I like these steps coming down here as well, so we'll maybe put some power onto this and see if it does actually light up. But let's have a look at what we've got in the other boxes. So on the end of this one it says VT135 and also made in GDR. So let's get this one open. Basically the same model as we've just seen, but this is a step up in terms of decoration. It's much brighter and the masking has been done better as well, although it still has some issues here and there. It looks as though this has been made in the bright red plastic, so the cream must have been painted on as well as the grey. The printing of the numbers and stuff on this is actually much clearer too. It does say 140 on the side, not 135, but we've got a much better presentation than this one, even though it's exactly the same model. The wheels look a lot brighter, but they still revolve really great as well. So when I compare the two together, you can see that the printing is definitely improved on the one below. So I'm guessing it must be a newer model. So let's have a look at the final one. So again on the end it says made in GDR. It's slightly different design to the one we've just seen, even though it's in the same kind of box. Anyway, let's get this open. So this is exactly the same as the one we just saw, and no surprises there really. It does have a bit of a blob of paint right there, though it looks as though it's like that from the factory. But overall the finish on this one is roughly the same. It's not brilliant, but it's certainly a step up from the first one we had a look at. So I think we should maybe put some power onto these and see if they've got any lighting.
A few moments later.
Well, the answer is no, they don't. But I am quite curious why they seem quite heavy. Let's open one of them up. Okay, well, nothing at all apart from a big heavy weight. I suppose like if you're pushing these then, you know, that would be beneficial, but that's a disappointment. I did think it would have lighting. It looks as though it should do. Maybe this would be an easy one to rig up some lighting, and also possibly 3D print an interior as well, because there's no real reason why these should be blacked out. Maybe they just used the same moulding for the motor as the trailer. Anyway, I'll put this back together, quite easy because it just push fits, and then we'll put it onto the scales and see how much it weighs. So this model weighs 89 grams, and the older one is actually heavier at 92 grams. Nothing inside that one either though, it must just be a heavier weight, and it certainly looks as though it's starting to decay as well. So these have been quite interesting to have a look at for me anyway. Sometimes you take a gamble when you're making a quick decision on a purchase, and I thought I was getting a power car here as well as 3 trailers, but apparently not. I'm just getting another body shell, and it doesn't even match with the DR ones, so I'm not sure what this one represents. But these are quite cool looking rail cars. They've got that vintage look to them which makes them really appealing to me, and I think there's ample opportunity to upgrade these with some lighting and an interior you could 3D print and put in some new glazing as well. So lots of opportunity to make some simple upgrades to these models which would really enhance them. Without the power car, I'm a bit stuck at the moment with these. They won't be moving anytime soon, but I do really like stuff like this. It's got that vintage charm and it's very robust as well. It's going to last for ages. It of course isn't up to today's standards in terms of fit, finish or refinement, but that's not the point of these things. The appeal to me is that they still exist and they look kind of cool. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and also, did I get a good deal here or not? Again, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe for more. Now, I'll put one of these onto the turntable so you can see all the way around, and in a moment another video will appear. Just click on that. But thanks for watching this one. I appreciate your company and the time you spend on this channel. So I'll see you on the next one.
So model train, model words, choo choo, model train, tiny,